Ashley Cinders here, and today I'll be sharing you guys one of my, well, basically just me building a tank, and then just showing you guys how I usually build tanks, this time with commentary. Now, I made a video with how I made the Conquer experimental, and then now it's becoming some sort of monstrosity, we can say. I mean, it's full of spikes and it's huge as fuck, and then you can see like it just it's a monster. Okay, now set. Now today's build I'm going to build is going to be like I want to build a tank destroyer, and it uses a KB hull, for example. Now these are my like long time ago project. They're probably broken right now because they are like, this is the KB3, this is the KB4. I think they still use the old setup. Yeah, a little bit broken. You can see I can hardly move my wheels because it still uses the old whip. Where is it? Steering. So it uses the let's say uses last year December as whip steering. So excuse me, therefore the friction is completely outdated, so therefore it moves like shit right now. Okay. Now generally how I build things is quite easy. So what we do is, yeah, all I usually do is usually put on the landing gear, put a block up, and put a block like this. And generally speaking, the width, usually we can start like this, and then I start plonking wheels over here. Now for me, I want to go 3 blocks wide. I think 3 blocks wide is just the standard size in terms of the holes width. Like these tanks here, KB4 and KB3, they all uses the 3 block wide type of blocks. And if you look carefully, see it will be 1, 2, 3, and then suspension. So these blocks don't count as this block here is being attached. So 3 blocks wide and suspension. That's what it generally is. Now the Conquest is a different story. You can see Conquest is actually a little bit wider. Well, initially it doesn't look like much wider. It just looks like a wide tank. But if you look carefully, it's actually one of the tanks where I built in 5 blocks wide, which is just really wide. Actually, see, this is 5 blocks. 5 blocks, not 4. 5 blocks. 5 blocks wide, I think it should be just the limit. I think 7 blocks is far too much. Let's see, 3, 5, 7. Yeah, I think 7 blocks, even 9 blocks are too wide. And my argument is that having beyond 5 blocks wide, it just looks fucking ugly. And not only looks a bit ugly, think about it. You also might have a ground clearance problem when you traverse around the world. So I think there's just two reasons. One, it might look a bit ugly, and 2, it is not practical. So I would say keep your block width to a certain amount of numbers, unless you're building a specific design, which is like my Guardian tank is actually 5 blocks wide and then become like a 1 block wide at the end, because the way the Guardian tank is shown in the Red Alert game, 5 blocks wide here and 1 block wide at the back. So to make that, and please stop running around, and you can see how the Guardian tank looks like the Guardian tank in Space Engineers. Now, enough rambling around, I think I'll just start building my tanks. So first things first, we need to start the hole here. So I start with this block to make what I call the half hexagon style. So it looks like a little, half hexagon style. So a hexagon cut in half. Just think about that way. And then we go boom, 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 boom. Now let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The length of the tank is basically, I count them by wheels, like by how much wheels I have. The KB tanks actually, technically by my standard, they are far too long. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, 8 wheels. That's outrageously long. My average number is 7 wheels, 7 to 6, excluding these wheels here and this wheel over here. So would be 6 wheels wide. Conquer is actually slightly long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 wheels. So Conquest actually is just my average number, excluding this wheel and this wheel here. So this is my usual build size. So I don't want, even though I want a KV hull, I don't want to be a KB3 or 4 with a rear turret. It still depends on the build. So what I generally do if I'm building a unknown tank, I leave it like this. Sometimes if I have the idea, for example, I want like a 6 wheel, and then I finish off by going like this way. So basically this will be the length of the vehicle, for example, length of the tank. But in this case, I think I'll probably leave this empty for now because I'm not sure. When you're not sure of your build, just leave it like in this way, and then you can work your way around it. Now, next thing I usually do is I start working on the lower plate. I usually work on the lower. I work from the bottom and towards upwards. Long time ago, when I'm not sure how to build it, is I generally build like this way to see how much high the blocks needs to be in order to make that. Whoopsie daisy! Make this cover up the suspension wheels, for example, like this way. I go like, oh, okay. So this is how high you need to be, and then you curve around here with a different block with a round shape, for example, and then ta-da, and then something like this, for example. There we go. It's what do you want to call it? Side skirt. There we go. Like that. But now it's like, well, it don't really matter anymore. So I start working around with because the fact my tank's going to be like a KB hole anyway. I'm gonna be a little cheat and then just start to copy around here. One block, triangle. Okay. Triangle this way. And what do you want upper plate like? Half by half. Oh god. You could go away now, buddy. And I need you to be closer to can't copy shit properly. Three by one and then block over there. Okay, across. Okay. This is too far ahead. Holy crap! It is quite tiny. Okay, this is how I built KB1. Okay, long time ago. I now work this block here to make that KB1 looking thing. Okay. Is there another way I can make it? I wonder. No, let's deal with it. Half block to make that half block effect. Half block here. Downwards. That's how I build a KB1. Triangle over here. Guys, without the triangle here, you can see this part looks really ugly. And so I might as well use this triangle here. And I don't even want to cover up the wheels too much. So like this way it looks really okay. And that's the KB1. In my interpretation, the KB1 hole. So let's see. Extend it longer. And this is what I usually do is after building the lower plate and the upper plate and this frontal part of it, the axis, sometimes I do this way, is to this extra support structure just in case if I delete something in the front, you don't want to be delete and then actually this whole thing fall apart. You don't want that to happen, so you might as well just chuck something like this way, just like an extra support just in case if you are deleting stuff or your mouse just twitched or your hand twitched, you just lost your block and you don't want that to happen as well. Let's see. How far back do I want this to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 6 wheels. One more wheel, and it's too long. Let me see. I promise was to build this. Leave myself a guidance. Walk here and then give myself a rough idea. Okay, so this is the rear. Shit, it still looks quite long actually. I want to go 6 wheel now. Okay. So yeah, you also want to. I usually do this. Attach it like this, so they don't really fall apart if I do something over here. Now let's see. Okay, that is a very just about right size tank. So now let's work on the turret. I guess one of the features that everyone wants to know. How do you make a turret? Everyone can make the. Oh god damn it! This is what I mean. Look at this. My hand just twitched. Delete the extra block I don't want to be. Okay. No, that's one block wide. I just fucking rolled. Oh no, I placed it the wrong way. Unbelievable. It's over here. Okay. Everyone can make a hole. How do you make a turret? My way of making turret is, well, one thing for certain, my way is very convenient, but they are very fragile. Like, if I just, because I use the merge block trick, so what happened was you can actually do something like this. So basically, I just need to borrow this guy. Excuse me, can I just borrow you for 1 second? Excuse me. There we go. Long. Okay. Now I need to like somehow armor like you. Boom, 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 bang, and you can go F yourself. So, for example, I don't like this tank, and then don't like the tank's turret. I just need to place another merge block over here, and then copy this asshole, and then I think I need to align it properly. Is it aligned properly? Yes, it is. And there we go. We just turn the KB4 into a KB3 because of the merge block trick. That's just my things I like about it. And the merge block trick is also quite useful in survival, like, although it's still a hassle because it is a hassle, but it's a viable option if you think about it. And yeah, that's how it builds up. Now, how do I know exactly the height? Well, that's why I do it. So I'll say my tower is a rear tower. I'll be placing it roughly over here. So I roughly estimate the height. So I'll say like this. Yep, that's the right side. So what I do is, you see the merge block is pretty much aligned with this bottom one is aligned with this. What happened was is the merge block will be like this way. Will be where you are block depending on the number, rotor, merge block. So that's what it is. So when I build stuff, it's only the second merge block. That way that when you delete the bottom, you can obviously imagine that you can do the copy and paste trick. And of course, it's going to be a jam. That's why you need to do the math. Now, what I mean by this is like this height is that because the merge block themselves, not merge block, the rotors themselves can be adjusted. Can be adjusted by this, by the height, the displacement. Therefore, it works that way. And yeah, it just went out. What I need to do later on is that I need to delete these blocks and change the blast doors because they don't spin well. And one of the tricks later on, and I also did it in the Conquer video, is I just let the tower spin like madly to see how well it does with the rotation traverse. So let me just focus on the tower. Now, pirates, I'm not an expert on it, but since I'm building this KB tank in a very bizarre way, I'm gonna say it's gonna be like a 3-block tall, probably like a KB3. If I show you, I'm gonna make a KB3 turret. I have no idea. I think I'll probably go something like this. Or should I go like KB4? KB4 looks fucking boring though. Should I build a KB1 instead? Oh yeah, KB1 turret. There we go, KB1 turret. Not utility version. Do I have the count KB1? Oh, I don't have the elevation. This pretty much is a utility KB1 then. Let's see. This is not really a 3-block one. This is a 3-block, 2.5. Okay. Okay, I'm retarded. I am retarded. What should I do? KB3? Okay. See, sometimes I just space up because I want to say, I say 3 blocks. Why? It's because 3 blocks they give you good gun depression. Well, this one's a bad one because it's fucking stupid. But recently I realized the 3 blocks they generally have lots of good gun depressions for my tank designs. So I want to go for the 3 block ones. But the KB4 is surprisingly very good gun depression. I think I just ruined everything with the KB4. So we'll see. So being 3 blocks tall, you can see that it can depress the gun quite nicely, and that's why if it's only 2 blocks, it won't do much. So that's why I was thinking about going 3 blocks tall. So I'll just say 3 blocks tall like this, or even 2.5. And either side. Oopsie daisy, that was a blunder. Let me just make a cube. Jeez, what's the big deal anyway? Man, this tank looks surely a little bit bizarre. Let's see. Rotors. No, I don't want a double. I can't have a double barrel one. I can. That'll be funny though. I can't have a double barrel. But do I want a double barrel one? What tank am I actually building? I have no clue. Let's see. This one here. This one here. Okay, still fine. Can't make it like that. It looks like I'm building another 120, the object 120 on the KV1. Imagine that. I mean, that'd be so funny. I mean, I can do whatever I want because it's engineer. That's what it's supposed to be, isn't it? A double barrel object 120. Russian bar is much. Ah, look at that. Look at that. What a beauty. Oh god. I'm just stupid. Now, I'll just probably do this now, so rotor is okay. I'll just put AC because it's a lot easier. That way, when I type in this AC, when you just know it. Just know it works. Now, just turn it up to full speed. Okay, this is horrendously slow. It is horrendously. Do not push me. And let's see. We just remove these blocks here, and then we just need to wait. Plunk the blocks here, and therefore to replace the block. And you can see how smooth it spins, and then I can just be a douchebag now. Oh. Ow. Oi, now I need to turn it off now. And yeah, sometimes if I need to manually just like find the elevation fix for this gun, and no, that's the wrong one. Kind of elevation for this gun here, so we can. No, that's the wrong button. Oh shit, that elevation is shit, and then the depression is shit as well. So let's see. Yeah, generally speaking, will be like this way. What's that block? And then like this. No, that's the entire thing's blocked. And I can leave it the gun depression as like very if I want to. Although it looks very very depressing looking, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just saying this way. There you go. See, that looks lovely, eh? Well, of course, this is still just a rough idea. The finalized version, I might need some pondering. And just one of the way to make the gun mallet is actually thanks to Thunder Genesis, according to what the score usually say. He makes a very good gun mallet for it, I'll say. So you can build the gun mallet this way. And it covers up the rotor, looks quite cool in my opinion. Actually, I can do it this way. These guys. Like this, I need another block at the center. Will be this one here. Oh god, I can't see shit. Bonk. Oi. Are you having a fun time, buddy? Are you scared? Oh my god, please, buddy. Oh, look at that. Look at that beauty. Look at the gun depression there. Oh, look at that. Look at that beauty, eh? So, let's see if we can curve it off like this way. Oh, wrong block. Yep. It looks like a freaking one, what do you call it? Object 120. hopefully the this should be nothing fine, right? Yep, it's fine. What a risk taker I am. There you go. It looks like a douchebag tank. It looks like one, I guess. I think. And then the rest is just like decoration, for example. I can just do something this way. And just pretty much start decorating stuff even though it shouldn't be. Because it looks really, really odd anyway. And I guess this is pretty much it, guys. I mean, this is how I usually make tanks. And once you the hole, and then after I found a spot where I want to put them, I just put a block and a merge block. Generally speaking, it is pretty much. And if something else fails, for example, I placed the block in the wrong way, I can by all means do it this way. Delete this block here, and then nothing of the turret. I can just temporarily paste it back down to the ground, and I say I don't want to be a turret anymore. I want a frontal turret. And I can just place one block over here again, and excuse me, what? What are you doing here? And plonk down a block here. I don't think this actually like me now. Place it over here, and then we just cut and paste this guy. Yeah, sure, it doesn't work this way. Just sometimes it doesn't work out to do it this way. Oh look. Green button, yeah, I sure get clang sometimes, but yeah, anything that goes wrong, just replace anything. Now we just go like a frontal. I'll be appreciative if you stop clang. Actually, I think you need a battery. Nope, you don't even like the battery. Okay, you don't want the battery, so what the fuck do you want? Like, you want it? Why am I even trying to fix you anyway? Why do I need to try to fix you? Water lock. Oh god. Oh god. I'm gonna have seizure now. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Anyway, guys, I think this is the pretty much how I make tanks now. Now, I'm not gonna bother showing the whole clip how I finished making the tank because that's pretty much how everyone just basically just adding the details to it. I mean, adding details you can only just experiment around, I would say. And I think it will be a little bit boring to watch as well. So. But this video basically I want to show you guys some of the fundamental tricks that I do when I make tanks. The biggest issue that I often get is that because I'm using the merge block trick, sure, it's very convenient, but it tend to like armor against armor lag, or it's weak to rocket blast. So any rocket blast on the tank that loses the turret very often. So it has been that problem all the time. So no matter how I work on the armor and tank, if the merge block dies, loses the turret. So this is I would say the significant weakness of my tank design. What else is there? I'm enjoying the clay so much. Anyway, guys, goodbye. Stupid clay.